What an episode. Outlander's latest episode literally shocked me. I knew greater things were about to come, but I wasn't expecting them to happen this soon. So let's see what has happened in the happiest place on Earth. I don't think that exists in the Outlander universe, and even if it does, I know it's not for the Frasers. In the beginning, we immediately learn that Tom Christie is already gone, and Claire's hair is a little longer, so in this case, I think there's a time jump between two episodes. Honestly, if they intend to finish this show with season 8, and we all know it's their actual plan, they need to do it. Because there are lots of things we need to see in the future, and they need to move forward as soon as possible. But still, since Tom sacrificed himself, we may at least see his last minutes, don't you think? He just confessed his love to Claire and died. What a shame. Anyways, we see Alan is sitting right beside Malva's and her baby's grave, and he has a gun beside him. Claire goes to say hi, and we learn that Alan was staying in the woods, and no, I still don't feel bad for him. Claire says she's sorry for his loss, and his sister loved him very much. I hate to break it to you, Claire, but no, she didn't. Alan says, I loved her with all my heart. Yes, he loved her so much that he ruined her life, right? Well, Alan, that's not love. You're just a sick human being who deserves the worst. As Alan keeps talking, Claire realizes that he's the one who killed Malva, and understandably, she seems disgusted and full of hatred. That was the exact facial expression I had while watching Alan and Malva's scene. Those scenes were unexpectedly disturbing, gross, and shocking. We also learned that when Malva got pregnant with Alan's baby, they decided to blame Jamie as they thought they could get away with that, but Malva gave up on this plan and said she doesn't love Alan. That is the reason why he killed her. Can you believe that this whole thing happened in the first minutes of the show? I just can't. As Alan tries to kill himself, Claire stops him. And honestly, I don't approve of that. Clearly, young Ian thought the same thing as me and killed him with a single arrow. Like Cardi B said once, I wish you well, Alan, in hell. Burn in hell. Anyway, since Alan is dead now, Claire and young Ian have to bury him. Does he deserve a proper burial? Hell no. But this is Claire and young Ian, so they decide to dig a grave for him, and while doing so, Mrs. Bug sees them. Thankfully, she's on their side, so it seems okay for now. I want to think that the storyline of the Christies is completed now, and we no longer will hear or see anything about them. At least I hope so. But if this is the case, why did Mrs. Bug see them? Was it even necessary? After that, the mood of the show drastically changes because we see Bree is giving birth to her baby, and honestly, it was an easier process than expected. We see Claire and Jamie are there for her, and it's a beautiful moment. They are spending time with their granddaughter, whose name is Amanda, and those scenes were really moving until Claire sees Amanda's fingernails. She immediately suspects that there might be something wrong about her, so she examines her and finds out that she has a heart disease. I wish they had a chance to go to the future and get better medical care, right? Wait a minute, they already do. As the Frasers and Mackenzies go to Wilmington, Bree sees Lord John Grey and William Ransom, so she finally meets his brother. Even though their interaction didn't go as I expected, it wasn't bad at all. It seems like William is really hyped about the war, which was a little disappointing for me personally. I hope he finds the right path eventually. Anyways, as he leaves them alone, we see Bree asking if Lord John Grey will tell the truth or not. It seems like he has no intention to let William know that Jamie is his biological father, but I believe he will change his mind soon enough. After that, we see Jamie pays a visit to his old friend, and once again, we understand that William is determined to fight as if we haven't seen it while he was talking to Bree. At this point, Lord John wants Jamie to join the British Army, but as we all know, Jamie gave himself a promise not to. You all remember what happened when he sided with the British Army, right? We lost Murtaugh, and I believe he doesn't want something like that to happen ever again. And he has a point. Jamie decides to sever the connection between them. And those words definitely broke my heart as well as they did Lord John's. Jamie's not quite happy with this decision either because his eyes were filled with tears. I hate to see him cry. But something good happens. John gives him a gemstone. Once again, he saves the day. He's the perfect friend, isn't he? The fact that they didn't even hug tore me down. I just hope to see them together again. In another scene, we see Jamie wants to spend some time alone with Bree, and she suddenly starts to talk about Disneyland. What is worse is that she pretends as if he already has a clue what Disneyland is. You can't just tell someone that there's a giant mouse out there somewhere who wears gloves and plays with children. It's just scary as hell. But at least she makes it clear and relieves Jamie. Do you remember Jamie's dream? In this episode, he finally talks about it. He says he saw Claire in her proper time, and there was light all around Claire. Moreover, he believes that it was electric light because there weren't any candles or something. Do you remember in the first episode we saw Jamie's ghost? I think it was one of those dreams, and maybe Jamie travels in time via his dreams? Do you think it's possible? We learn that Jamie has been saving a stone for Claire in case she wants to go with Mackenzie's, but Claire throws it out of the window. Now, Claire, you didn't have to do that. You may simply say that you want to stay with Jamie, and it would be clear, why did you throw the gemstone away? What's wrong with you? When Jamie said, we should go fetch that gem, I cannot describe how relieved I was. In the morning, we see them going to Ocracoke to say goodbye to Mackenzie's, and it was really emotional. Tears and such. Now go save your little baby before it's too late. Fortunately, we see Mackenzie's going into the stones safe and sound, and they see a plane, so we know they did it. Later on, we see a beautiful shot where Claire and Jamie ride their horses back to Fraser's Ridge, and it was just beautiful. But the thing is, they seem devastated because of Brianna and Roger's departure. One thing leads to another, and we see that particular scene that we've been looking for. Yes, the fire. We see Wendigo is in the Fraser house, and he's sitting comfortably. We learn that he's there to ask for Claire's help, but for someone who needs help, he seems threatening. Apparently, he went to the stones with a gem, but he woke up at the exact same place, so he needs to know how the stones work. Claire gives the answer, but it's not enough for him, because he lost the gem in his latest attempt, so he wants gemstones from Claire. Then we see that he's not alone, and he brought some of his friends. While searching the house, his friends broke lots of ether bottles, and when Wendigo lights a match as it was too dark, the fire begins. In fact, we can call it an explosion too, because things seem really bad. Overall, this episode was really emotional and explosive. Maybe too emotional, even for Outlander. What do you think? We saw lots of goodbyes, and all of them were really important. As for the ending, we all knew it was coming, and I want to know what Claire and Jamie will do next. How will they survive, and where will they go? We'll see in the upcoming episode. Do you think Bree and Roger will return? What do you think will happen in the upcoming episode? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you soon.